Happy Life, the pharmacist life, bringing you great health advice and tips. I'm feeling all kind of good today because the weather in Portsmouth has been great. Every single person is feeling happier, brighter and more excited, so I'm in a good mood. So today's topic I am discussing is about milk. Yes, what's the best milk to be using in your diet? Milk. Why? Is it not to just pick the milk from the shelf and I put it in coffee, drink cereal? Milk. In fact, I even like the whole milk. It's very nice. You know, none of those semi-skimmed, plant-based. No, the whole milk is good. I like it. What's the best milk to be using in your diet? No. So, let's start. Okay. Milk. You guys, I know milk. Some people have been coming up to me. It's things I get asked as well in the pharmacy. It's because a lot of us these days are becoming more and more, what we say, allergic reactions to milk, intolerance to milk, lactose intolerance, and other conditions that people have who don't have the right enzymes or the right protein to be digesting the milk. So a lot of us are moving from the old ways, the old form of milk that we used to drink, and we're going now into other alternatives of milk. So milk, you guys, there are two major, I wouldn't say type, but two main sources of milk. There's the plant source and there's the animal source. So animals, which is what majority of us use, is the cow's milk. Cow's milk, we've been drinking cow's milk from generations to generations. That's what most of us grew up on, that's what most of us know, and that's what we are drinking, cow's milk. Some people are now going into, goat's milk. Goat's milk is also nice and good as well. Right, so what would I be discussing today? It will be what's the best milk for you to be drinking, okay? With cow's milk, anyone who lives here in the UK would know that we really have different types of cow's milk. So we have whole milk, we have semi-skimmed milk, we have skimmed milk, and then we have the one that's 1%. We don't tend to see that 1% milk anyway, but that's the main types of milk that we drink here in the UK. Obviously there's different brands of milk. There's Tesco brand, there's Asda brand, there's Cavendale. There's different types of brands out there, but majority is whole milk or full fat. We call it semi-skimmed and skimmed. Right, so what one's the best ones for you to be drinking? Literally, with whole milk, there's a lot more fat in it. It's got 3.8% more, what we call butter fat, so saturated fat. That's whole milk. Semi-skimmed is a bit less, 1.5 to 1.8% of fat in it, and then the semi-skimmed is like 1%. So that's even been processed even more. Now, the good side to having semi-skimmed and skimmed milk is you have less fat in it. So if you're that sort of person, you're conscious about your fat intake and what fat or calories that you are having, then yeah, you could lean more to those sorts of milk. But the downside to those sorts of milk is that, the vitamins and the minerals, especially your fat soluble vitamins, there is less amounts in them compared to whole milk. I always have liked whole milk because I believe in the fact that with whole milk you're getting a lot more of the calcium, the nutrients and the vitamins in them, okay? So you are having a lot more when you're having whole milk compared to when you're having semi-skimmed or skimmed. In semi-skimmed or skimmed, like I said before, there is less fat and there's also less vitamins and minerals. So if you know that you can juggle it around and replace it in your diet with eating more, fruits and vegetables or more sources of food that has minerals and vitamins in them, then you could think of leaning more to that side. Now, the downside to having whole milk is, if you are someone who is really watching, your fat calorie intake, then easily you would not want to go for full fat. Okay. The other downside to whole milk is that if you are someone who is has less of the enzyme to break down the lactose in it, you probably struggle with it. And the protein as well, if you don't have the enzyme to break down the protein, you would struggle with it as well. So that's the thing with cow's milk. Like I said earlier, a lot of us are moving from drinking cow's milk, animal-based milk. The reason being is because 4 out of 10 households are struggling with using animal-based milk. And the reason is because, one, lactose intolerant. That means when you drink the milk, your stomach cannot, the enzymes in your stomach cannot break down the milk, and then you're struggling, you're bloated, or you have diarrhea. I can say I'm a good example. Ever since I came to the UK, I've actually struggled to drink cow's milk. And I don't know, maybe it's because of different types of rarity of cows from Nigeria to the UK, but I really struggled with drinking cow's milk. Straight away, my stomach, if I drink cow's milk, I'll be bloated and diarrhea in like 10 minutes. So I can't drink cow's milk. So I lean more onto the other alternatives. So that's one example, lactose intolerant. The other thing is some people actually do not have the protein in their system to break down the protein in the milk. So they struggle drinking cow's milk because they don't have the protein to break it down, and it really, really, gives them bad reactions. Moving on to another type of people who struggle with cow's milk or goat's milk is they might be allergic to it. I will have allergic reactions, come out in rashes, come out in hives and things like that. So they will definitely not be drinking cow's milk at all. Hence why there's that gradual move onto other alternatives. And now the other alternative is plant-based. Plant-based, for me, I've researched it and I've checked on it. Plant-based is what most of us are moving into. And in plant-based, we have the different types. We have soy milk, we have almond milk, we have coconut milk, we have oat milk, we have hemp milk. So those are the alternatives that people who can't drink cow's milk can use, and that way you are having the dairy and the calcium nutrients that your body needs through that method. And it's actually a lot healthier. I must say, I recommend using plant-based milk because first of all you're not getting the fat content as you get in cow's milk, which is really, really good. You're still getting your calcium in there, you're getting your vitamins and minerals, you're getting your fat soluble vitamins, which is highly essential. Now, even though with plant-based milk, you still have to be a bit conscious and finding out what one works best for you, what one's good for you. Say, for example, I use coconut milk and I use almond milk. The truth is, I prefer coconut milk to almond milk, but if I can't find coconut milk in the market, I go for almond milk. It's really, really healthy, really, really good for the body, and that's what I lean on to. Most people like soy milk, but there's a downside to soy milk, okay? Women, you should be very, very careful if you're drinking soy milk. Reason being is that soy milk contains phytoestrogen, and phytoestrogen are like the hormone called estrogen in our body. So that means if you drink a lot of soy milk, you will really be building the estrogen levels. You definitely don't want that if you're a patient that suffers from migraine, or if there is a hereditary line of cancer in the family. Reason being is because if your body is building a lot of estrogen, it can cause ovarian cancer or breast cancer. So you do not want to be drinking a lot of soya milk in that. It can also destabilize your hormones or destabilize your period, so your menstrual cycle, because you are adding more estrogen into your body than your body needs. Hence why I don't recommend, and a lot of health people who are really into the healthy lifestyle, don't recommend that you drink a lot of soya milk, especially us women. So I don't recommend that. If you're a woman, I don't recommend that you drink soya milk. I recommend that you use other plant-based products, okay? Especially if you've moved off from cow's milk, move on to plant-based. So that's what is really highly essential for us, is you really need to know what milk is good for you out there. Find out what one's good for you. If you are someone that likes to drink cow's milk, then that's fine, but you also need to be conscious about the health, about the risk to drinking a lot of cow's milk, especially if you're considering going on to a more healthy lifestyle. Then I would be recommending that you go plant-based, okay? But not to say that cow's milk is bad for you, or you should never ever drink it. No, I'm not one to say that. But I'm saying if you're moving on to a more healthier lifestyle, you should be moving on to plant-based products, plant-based milk. Okay guys, that was my topic for today. If you really need any more help or advice or tips on what exact milk to use, make sure you send me a private message or comment below and I will respond to that. If there are any other health questions that you want to ask me that I may be of help to you, comment below or send me a private message. I would love to help. Guys, make sure you comment, like and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I really want us to really grow this channel, and share it with your friends and family. There is a lot of people out there who literally struggle with dairy. They struggle with dairy, they don't really know what they're doing because they don't know what to do. So this video could be of really good help to them. So make sure you share, comment and subscribe for more healthcare advice and tips. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Good night. Bye bye.